Hello everyone, I am Vishnuprasad, currently pursuing the third semester of Masters in Construction Engineering and Management program at the Faculty of Technology, CEPT University. This portfolio presents the key academic and studio work I completed during this semester for the studio Integrated Construction Practices. The project focuses on the ongoing construction of a high-rise commercial building. The studio involved site observations and interactions with various stakeholders involved in the project. These engagements enabled us to analyze challenges and propose solutions using Lean and BIM methodologies. This portfolio includes the overview of BIM Execution Plan, clash detection, coordination and resolution, and last planner system for construction execution. The project is located at Special Economic Zone in Gift City, Gandhinagar. It is a greenfield commercial development with shops and office spaces. The site covers 2,262 square meters with a total built-up area of 21,646.4 square meters and consists of 3 basements, ground floor and 15 floors. It follows an item rate contract with a total estimated cost of 95 crores. The project commenced on 26th May 2022 and is expected to be completed by 31st March 2026. The scope for studio is 14th floor and basement first floor. The BIM execution plan was created after the EIR. The process begins at the inception stage. Here, the client appoints the PMC and initiates the appointment of all required consultants. The PMC then recommends the full consultant team, and once the team is finalized, the BIM execution plan is prepared. In the concept stage, the architectural LOD 100 model is developed and reviewed. Project coordinates and survey data are finalized by architect. Once approved, the project moves into schematic design. At schematic design, all disciplines, architecture, structure, and MEPF develop their LOD 200 and LOD 300 models. These models are integrated, clash checked, and coordinated until the design is constructible and error-free. In the detailed design stage, models advance to LOD 400. Here, architecture and structure is done for LOD 400 and other MEPF services for LOD 300. Continuous approval cycles, consultant reviews, and clash resolutions ensure a fully coordinated fabrication-ready model. During the execution stage, the approved LOD 400 model is sent to the Gift City proof checking consultant. After final approval, the GFC model is released. This stage also includes 4D scheduling and 5D cost estimation to support construction planning. Finally, in the operation stage, the record model is prepared and handed over to the client for facility management. This workflow ensures a structured, coordinated, and efficient BIM process from concept to handover. Risk management was done to effectively forecast and mitigate the risk. Categorize the risk into planning, operational, technological, financial, and safety related aspects. Identified key high severity risks such as unclear project planning, unrealistic schedules, poor design integration, and late design revisions. The core insight was that the main vulnerabilities lie in planning and design governance. Addressing these early can prevent major delays, errors, and cost overruns. Standardized platforms, better monitoring, and structured workflows are essential for reducing operational and technological risks. Before beginning clash detection, a quality check of models was completed to ensure elements were modeled correctly. Visual clashes detected were resolved. In iteration 1, clash detection was carried out using the LOD 300 architectural and structural models in Navisworks. The architectural to structural review recorded 209 clashes, largely involving hard clashes where structural slabs conflicted with architectural walls. These clashes were then grouped by type, such as wall to wall, wall to slab, floor to column, and door to shear wall, to clearly identify their root causes. Each group was assigned to the appropriate consultant, with architecture related clashes directed to the architect and structural interference issues addressed by the structural consultant, ensuring clear accountability for resolution. In iteration 2, All major clashes were resolved with only one unresolved clash remaining due to a software glitch. The clash grouping shown here reflects the structural versus plumbing LOD 300 clash after iteration 3. By the final iteration 4, almost all clashes were reduced to zero. Only a few conflicts persisted, mainly between architectural walls and MEPF elements such as switchboards and concealed plumbing lines. These have been minimized as much as possible but will require further detailed level of modeling for complete resolution. Overall, the BIM clash detection process revealed significant on-site coordination failures and highlighted the limitations of traditional 2D planning. It enabled early identification and resolution of design conflicts, improved clarity on space and service routing constraints, strengthened interdisciplinary collaboration, and ultimately delivered clash-free federated models that support smoother quantity takeoff for BOQ preparation and more efficient project scheduling. This slide represents a few representative clashes identified from the Navisworks clash detection report during iteration 1 and 3. In iteration 1, under architectural versus structural coordination, several modeling errors were detected. Clash 13 showed a structural beam intersecting a masonry wall, which requires adjusting the beam height as per the finished floor level on approved drawings. Clash 15 involved the architectural floor intersecting the structural beam, and this can be resolved by modifying the floor finish so that it properly connects without interference. Clash 21 showed a architectural wall intersecting the structural wall, requiring correction in wall length. All these issues were assigned to the respective consultants for action. In iteration 3, the report identified clashes between structural elements and plumbing services. Clash 21 showed a shear wall interfering with the domestic water supply line, and Clash 25 showed a similar clash between the shear wall and a rainwater pipe. In both cases, the solution is to provide a cutout or sleeve opening in the wall to allow the service lines to pass through safely. These were assigned to the structural consultant and remain open until modeling adjustments are completed. Overall, this slide demonstrates how Navisworks helped catch critical clashes early, supported clear consultant responsibilities, and improved coordination between architecture, structure, and services. During site observation, several on-site clashes were identified that led to rework, such as core cutting in beams for sleeves, cutting walls after plastering, incorrect sprinkler alignment, improper deck clearances, late corrections in staircase slab openings. This table shows the total rework cost incurred on the project due to design and coordination gaps. A major portion of the cost came from core cutting in RCC because service routes were not planned in advance, contributing 7,20,000 rupees on its own. Additional rework included wall cutting after plastering, staircase slab extension, and corrections in deck openings, all stemming from late design decisions. Further expenses occurred from fire sprinkler rearrangement and adding exhaust fans, which resulted from design and coordination faults. Altogether, these reworks led to an additional cost of 10.92 lakhs. This clearly demonstrates how the lack of detailed early modeling and proper coordination can create substantial financial impact, most of which could have been avoided through timely BIM and Lean based planning. The Lean tool last planner system was implemented for execution of construction for 2 weeks. On 3rd November 2025, a 2-week look-ahead plan was prepared for the floors under execution. The activities on upper terrace floor consisting of slab casting, 15th and 14th floor consisting of lift wall rendering, 11th floor consisting of AAC block masonry work, and basement first floor consisting of fire sprinkler installation was tracked. Analyze the activity sequencing, resource availability, and planning constraints. The chart shows the week 1 last planner system plan for the high-rise commercial project covering activities on the upper terrace floor and 15th floor from 3rd to 9th November 2025. The LPS chart displays the planned activities, their actual progress and the constraints that affected weekly performance. Green cells shows the task completed on time, yellow indicates delays, and red marks task not completed. On the upper terrace floor, the normal beam reinforcement, PT beam bottom reinforcement, and PT beam tendon installation were completed as planned, achieving a 100% PPC for these activities. However, the PT beam top reinforcement and shear wall reinforcement were delayed because the tower crane rope was damaged on 6th November, directly affecting crane dependent activities. For the 15th floor, lift wall rendering progressed well with 100% completion across the plant areas. The main deviation occurred in the slab reinforcement activity where only 2 out of 3 plant zones were completed. This resulted in a PPC of 66.67%, mainly due to predecessor dependency, which is the PT beam to beam sequence delayed slab reinforcement. Overall, the total weekly PPC for week 1 is 95.24%, indicating strong planning reliability with delays clearly identified and linked to actual site constraints. This slide shows the week 2 last planner system for 10th to 16th November 2025. Most activities progressed smoothly with 100% PPC on the upper terrace floor for slab reinforcement and slab casting despite minor predecessor dependencies from week 1. On the 11th floor, block masonry for office areas 1 to 8 was completed as planned and lift wall rendering on the 14th floor also met its targets. The only major deviation occurred at basement 1 where sprinkler and hydrant pipeline fixing achieved 75% PPC due to a design clash with the civil structure requiring revised MEPF drawings. Key constraints of this week included a tower crane breakdown, delayed slab reinforcement carried over from week 1, and the need for additional labor to recover PT beam reinforcement. Overall, week 2 recorded a strong 95% PPC. The LPS provided data-driven insights beyond traditional reviews by identifying delays, availability of resource, PPC reliability, exposing planning errors, and preventing delays through real-time constraint identification and rectifying through continuous improvement in the coming weeks. The learning outcome compares the traditional approach with the ICP approach across the major stages of the project lifecycle. In project initiation, the conventional method relies on basic briefings which often led to undefined requirements. The ICP approach, using an EIR and BIM execution plan, standardizes workflows through a common data environment and clearly defined roles. During design development, traditional practice keeps consultants working in silos, leading to coordination gaps and undetected clashes. ICP integrates MEA, LPS for design, and auto clash detection, helping to resolve issues early and saving nearly 10 lakh rupees in rework cost. In pre-construction, conventional manual quantity takeoff and poor site layout planning cause inaccuracies and wastage. The ICP method enables automated quantity takeoff for BOQ preparation and optimized site utilization. For construction planning, traditional scheduling lacks visualization, increasing constructability risks. ICP strengthens planning using 4D sequencing and 5D cost control, improving resource management. Finally, in construction execution, conventional tracking leads to delays and constraints, while the ICP approach with LPS ensures better reliability and continuous improvement throughout the project. Coming to the conclusion, the BIM execution plan preparation highlighted missing contractor involvement during design stage. Workflow mapping aligned design outputs with construction requirements. In clash detection and resolution, the process identified coordination failures between MEPF, structural and architectural disciplines, grouped them and assigned to respective consultants for resolution. LPS for construction, initially challenges arose from fragmented planning and limited coordination among teams. The LPS introduced structured collaboration through regular planning and review cycles. Thank you.